Hey, welcome back to Cool Kids Art, and let's draw Mr. Peterson from Bendy. So let's get started with a quick sketch, and then I'll show you line by line on how you can draw this. Alright, so let's draw this super creepy character. So to begin, we're gonna draw his brow first. So it's just gonna be kind of like a mean brow. Just gonna draw almost like two upside down check marks. And then from there, we're gonna give it some thickness. So on the corner here, we're just gonna come up. Okay, and then just give some thickness and nice and sharp on the end. And let me shade that in real quick so we can see it better. Okay, so then from here, we can draw in his eyes, and this is the creepy part because they're really small and far apart. So right underneath the brow, we can actually just draw in two little lines like that first. And then now we draw the bottom end. So just kind of come down a little bit more. And then for his eyeballs, just kind of shade it in because I can't really draw too small. So I'm just gonna draw a curve like this, and then I'll just shade it in. All right, and then from here, we're gonna draw in just a couple of lines right here. Because of his eyes, kind of what makes it look creepy. And then I'm gonna draw one more on this side. And just kind of come down, just kind of curve it down a little bit. So we're gonna come down and just curve it in a little bit. So again, it's looking very creepy already. So then for his nose, we're just gonna come straight down, and we'll just draw in a little V shape like this. Now we're gonna draw his mustache. So his mustache, we're just gonna come out and curve it. So this one's easy. Right underneath his nose, just curve it. And now we're gonna curve it and just draw on the line, on the bottom here, just draw one straight line first. And then we're just gonna curve this up. Curve it up. Okay, and then from here, we can draw his mouth. So we're gonna have it open a little bit, so it's just very small. And then his lower lip, just draw a little line like that. Okay, so that's now drawing the rest of the face. So this is very creepy. It's gonna be very skinny on the sides. And then we're gonna go up. Just kind of curve it in a little bit for the middle. Okay, and then on the bottom, it's gonna be really wide. So it's gonna come down. It's got a really big chin. Okay, and it's got this little swirl mark here. So from here, just go swirl, go out. All right, so now let's see, let's finish up his hair. So on the top here, we can just kind of draw in a little curve like this. And now we're gonna connect it back down. And then on the side of his hair is very little, so we just kind of close that off. And then his ear. Okay, so very creepy looking face. All right, so let's move down to his body, and we're gonna draw his collar first. So we're gonna just draw a little curve like this first. Okay, and then once we have that, we're gonna curve down on each side. And then we're gonna curve up. It's gonna be his collar. So once we have the collar, we can draw in the rest of his clothing here. So his shoulder is gonna be pretty high up, and we're just gonna draw two lines coming out. And then we're just gonna come in, pinch it. This is gonna be his waist area. So we're gonna come in, and it's gonna have a little bit of tummy, so we're gonna come back out a little bit. Okay, just come back out, and then we're just gonna close it off. All right, so that's pretty much the body shape, and we can add in just a little bit of a detail here on this sweater that he's wearing. So it's like just draw two V's there, and then on the shoulder here, there's gonna be also two little line here. All right, so now we can move on to his arm. So his arm from here is just gonna come down, and it's got a cuff here that's kind of folded. So we're gonna close that off and just kind of come out a little bit wider. And then we gotta close that off. And then now his arm, so we're gonna curve it. And he's wearing these gloves, so we're gonna close it off, a little bit short. And now we're gonna come out for his glove. This is gonna be kind of pinched in, and now we can draw his hands. So his hand's gonna be very simple, very cartoony. So that's his thumb. Then that's the back of the palm. And now we're just gonna curve it with his hand. Okay, so that's one finger, and we'll just draw another one in there, just like that. All right, so let's move on to the other arm. It's gonna be pretty much the same. So we'll just draw two lines like this coming out. And it's got his cuff, so we're gonna close it off. And again, just kind of come out and curve it in. Close that off. And now for his arm, so we're gonna come in and just close it off again early. And for his glove, extend it out. Pinch it in. And now let's draw his fingers. So that's gonna be his thumb, back of the palm, and his finger, we'll just curve it down. And then maybe this finger will just curve in this way and just see a little bit on the inside. All right, so very cartoony. So let's move on to his legs, which are really long and small, but I won't draw them that long, so I'll also run out of space. So right here, we're just gonna come out. Okay, and then in the middle here, just draw a little dot, and we can just come out on both sides. So just like a little arc. Okay, so that's gonna be his knee. So to finish off the pants, it's actually really easy. We're just gonna come in and just kind of flare it out, close it off. And then same thing on this side, we're just gonna come down, flare it off, close it off. And then his shoe is gonna be super easy. Just draw a little curve like this. And just for the front of the shoe, we'll just draw that. We'll just keep it simple. And then one more on the other side. Front. And we could almost add some laces if you want. We just add in a couple of lines like that for the laces. And that is it for this neighbor in the Bendy. His name is Mr. Peterson. Hope you guys like the way it turned out. And if you do, please check out my other videos and give me a thumbs up. And I will see you next time.